Just stay out of trouble.
I wonder what else is out there.
We've got strict rules around here.
Right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Clamps released.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbag.
Oh, this looks like a lovely place for me.
No major
Excuse me,
incidents in a
you
while.
can't just waltz in
Let's
there.
hope it stays
Do you
that
have
way.
an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
I just feel that we should be
We'll make some
focusing on
time
the
for you,
natural
but keep
beauty
it
of
quick,
this
yeah?
planet, not our amenities.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm gonna cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave. Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
I know this was a difficult decision, but if it's any consolation, I think you've made the right choice. Compared to the destruction of their vessel and relegating them to a life of servitude, I'd say this is the best chance they've got.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one.
If I could just stay here forever.
Right, let's get this crate into space.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. And that's it. You're clear to land at Hometown.
Landing initiated. Watch your flaring.
I don't want to hear any.
It's great to see you. How is Mom?
Excuse me.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
Oh, hello. I'm not used to people wanting to talk to me. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. As much as I'd love to, I just don't know if I can afford to take a loss on this. Again, I'm sorry. True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time. I'm trying to be reasonable here. Tell you what. Sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work. You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
Okay, hello?
Never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? Oh, I've heard of this technology, but always believed it was theoretical in nature. Maybe we can talk about it in more detail later. I'm sure you have more pressing matters to handle. I've waited this long. What's a little longer, eh? Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today. Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend. What grav drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work? Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
I wonder what it's like out there.
Wow. Huh? Hey.
Looks like everything is good to go.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
Need to see what it can do. Now that we know what's out there,
Just stay out of trouble.
didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm Brackenridge.
That sounds so familiar. Something from history slates that I've read.
Well,
I feel I
it would
should
appear
know who
we
this
have the
person
means
is,
to go
but somehow
nearly
it's escaped
anywhere
my
now,
memory.
thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
We're loose. Smooth jump. Nice work. Setting down.
I should have known it. There's no hole deep enough, no rock desolate enough that Galbank won't find you in time. If you're here for payment, I've got none to give. Sold everything to retire comfortably, in obscurity. Afraid it might come to that. Listen, I won't go peaceful, and I can't pay you. So the way I see it is you have a choice. We fight and see who's lucky. We're dead, or maybe you leave here. Say it was a bum lead. It happens from time to time. Give an old fellow a peaceful retirement. Thank you, stranger. I thought it was going to go another way.
Let's pop into Outland while we're here, and see if Joe has anything useful to add to our arsenal.
Together we can really make a difference. What happened with the mercenary? Did you find him? That happens. We'll keep an eye out for him. I'm sure we'll find him eventually. Strictly speaking, I'm not supposed to do this, but you've helped us out so much. Here's payment in full for the time and effort you put into it. Hell, dealing with you is the best part of my week. We have to try. Every time someone skips out, those credits just don't go away. Those are credits that could have been a loan for a mom and pop trying to start a hydroponic farm. Or they could take a bite out of our share prices. I mean, all sorts of retirement funds pay out a little less. I know it seems, well, hopeless. But what we do matters.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained. Welcome to UC. Yes, of course. Please, take a look. Back to it then.